guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that is fine with me. In today's video, we're going to be doing episode 2 of my holiday glam series. We're going to be adding a little green touch today, a little bit of a smoky effect. I already have my face on, so that is out the way. The brows are on, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. If you are new here, if you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and do so now. Turn on your bell notifications and let's get started. Okay, so my face is already done. I will have all the details of everything that I use on and off of camera down below in the description box. So what I'm about to do now is prime my eyes really quickly. Of course, I'm using the Wet n Wild concealer in the shade Light Honey. Okay, so my eyes are concealed. Today I'm actually going to be using the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. Now this is not a review. I have used this off of camera and I am just highly obsessed. This is what the palette looks like. It has a whole bunch of beautiful greens down here, which I definitely want to touch in. It has a beautiful array of warm tone shades, and I'm just excited to dip into this again. Okay, so for starters, I am gonna begin with a transition shade. So I'm gonna start with this shade right here. It's called Mr. Diva. All right, so I brought you guys in. I'm starting off with a big fluffy brush like this, and I'm just gonna begin placing that down. Okay, now the next shade that we're going into is the one right next to it, and this is called Boss Angela's. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix these two shades to create a nice warm brown shade. Okay, so I didn't even bring those two shades all the way in because I changed my mind. I do want to take another brush. I am taking the P15 from Wet n Wild, and I do want to dip into something a little bit more darker. So I want to go into What's the Tea first, and then I'll dip into Hi Dude, which is a nice chocolate brown. Alright, I went ahead and I ended up changing my mind. I blended out What's the Tea and Mr. Diva right over this shade because things started to get a little bit too red and I want to keep it a little bit more of like a honey shade. So I blended that in the crease and a little bit towards the brow, and I did end up switching and using the P20, which is the fluffy brush from Wet n Wild. Okay, so now at this point, I am gonna go ahead and take Hi Dude. It is a very chocolate brown, so I do want to be very light-handed with it. So I am gonna take the P15 again, which is more of a little bit of a denser brush, and I want to keep it just in the crease. Okay, so now that things are looking pretty nice and dark in the crease, I do want to go back to that fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, and I am going to take Mr. Diva again, and I'm just going to continue to work Mr. Diva and Hi Dude to sort of buff it out and open. And I just have to mention that this palette blends like a dream. I've had no issues. I've used this palette maybe 2 or 3 times so far, and it just blends like nothing I've ever used before. Okay, so we are all blended out, and now I'm gonna go ahead and dip into some shimmers. What I mostly want to use is Glam Rapids, which is this beautiful shimmery green, and I do want to dip a little bit into Millions, which is the ultimate shade of this palette. I'm not gonna cut my crease. I'm just gonna go ahead and place these shades with my finger just directly in the center of my eye. So I'm starting off with Glam Rapids, which is that green. And I'm not bringing it too high just yet because I do want to take a flat concealer brush and sort of make it a little bit more precise. But I am going to take Millions, and it is a pressed glitter. It is unlike anything I've ever seen or used before. And I'm just going to place that right down in the center. Alright, now I'm taking a flat concealer brush from e.l.f. And I am gonna go back into Glam Rapids, and I do want to make this a little bit more precise in the inner corner and in the crease. Alright, so just to add to the green, I am gonna take Drive Through. It is more of a darker green, but it does have that gold undertone a little bit. And I'm gonna mix that with the Glam Rapids, which is that lighter green. And I'm taking Millions again, and I'm just going to reiterate that on the center of my lid. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to some eyeliner. I do have the Epic Ink Liner from NYX, and I'm gonna go ahead and go along my lash line. And I wanna keep it as precise to the lash line as possible, but also give it a little bit of an oomph. So the lines are not perfect, which is fine. I just wanted it as close to the lash line as possible. But I am going to now take an angled brush. I'm going to take the shade Fast Lane in the Jeffree Star X Morphe palette. Okay, so that really helped to matte things out. I have my lashes drying, so for now I'm going to do the lower lash line. I do want to stay with the shade Fast Lane and High Dude because I do want a smoky lash line. This is a very, very, very highly pigmented black, by the way. And I'm taking a more dense, precise brush. I'm taking the P10 from Wet n Wild, and I'm taking High Dude, which is the brown shade. Okay, so now that the eyes are all done, I am going to apply some lashes. I'm going to be using the Kiss lashes in the style Corset. I did apply my duo lash glues. I'm going to go ahead and apply these now. I absolutely love these lashes. I'm going to go ahead and let them sit for a second before I really fix them up. For the inner corner highlight, I do want to take this champagne gold up here, which is called Designer Label, and I'm also going to mix that with Glam Rapids. Okay, so for my highlight shade, I am going to take my Real Techniques brush. I'm going to take Designer Label and maybe a little bit of Welcome, which is a stark white sort of shimmer shade. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I lined my lips with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Abu Dhabi, but I did mix it with some of a darker brown shade from the palette. And now I'm gonna actually use this shade as a base. Okay, and I actually went ahead and I mixed some of my concealer just to give it like that lighter nude effect. So I went ahead and I relined my lips. At this point, I am gonna go ahead and add a little bit of a gloss on top. So I am gonna take the Modelco Lip Oil, which is not really a gloss, but it does have that nice shine. And for my last step, I am gonna take the Cucumber Primer Water from Wet n Wild. And for my very last step, I went ahead and I added the Mile High Cloud Mascara from Wanda Beauty. It has been my absolute favorite. And then I just reiterated the green and the golds at the very crease. This is the official final look. It is a green gold sort of vibe, but not too like green in your face. And I actually really love this. You can wear this at any point, and it is a really great holiday look as well. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for my next episode, go ahead and comment that down below. Also, make sure that you are following me on Instagram at the KrissBeauty, because I am posting holiday looks aside from these episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.